Deena, tell your story about your house. Listen to this story closely.
So 12 years ago, I was building a house in Phoenix, Arizona, and it was with my ex-husband. And at the time, we were very, very, very broke. I had just moved here, and we moved here because of the construction industry. And we had one car with no air conditioning, and we were building a house for a dentist, and it's a beautiful home, about 5,600 square feet up on the side of a mountain, absolutely beautiful view. So I walked through the front doors of this beautiful house, and the view happened to catch my eye, and I walked up to the window, walked down these stairs, and I walked up to the window, and I was just looking at the view, and I thought, wow, how do people do this? I mean, how did they get the money to afford a place like this? It was about a $4 million house. And my heart was so desirous to be able to wrap something like that around me. But my head said, you'll never make it. There's no way. And then it said, you barely graduated high school. You don't have an education. You don't have a job. You're flat broke. You've always been broke. You have no skills. And in that moment, for whatever reason, as I was kind of just, God, the view was unbelievable. It was breathtaking. I asked myself one right question. And it didn't come from my head. It came from my heart again. So my heart brought me to the window with desire, and my head got in the way, and thank God my heart said, what if you could? What if you could? And the 60 seconds was up, and I turned around and go, all right, boys, pack up your stuff. And I was back, telling them to pack up their tools and let's go. And I never remembered about that moment again. And life just happened and went by, and I got a divorce and started taking some personal growth classes, and time went by. And got married to Lanny. And in February of this year, we were planning the launch for 6 Minutes, and because I was running that project, I told Lanny, I said, listen, I don't have time to find a house. We have to move out of our other house, on 43rd and Greenway in a month and a half. I said, you better find us a house or we're going to be homeless, dude. Or we're staying in Maui forever. I said, but you need to find us a house because I don't have the time. And I said, get me a lot of natural light, decent master bedroom, and a halfway decent kitchen, and I'll stay there as long as you want me to. And he contacted his mom. She was finding some places. He looked on the internet because she's a real estate agent. He found a couple of houses, but he found this one particular house, and he said, hey, Mom, put an offer in on this house. And she goes, no way, that's embarrassing. I'm not going to give him that offer. And he goes, do it anyways. And she goes, and she fought him on it. And he goes, do I need to find a new agent? He goes, you either put that offer in or I'm going to find a new agent because that's the house I want. It fits the description Deena's talking about. And so she did, and lo and behold, they took the offer. In the meantime, I had no idea he had even found something. Hadn't even looked at it. And he only saw it on the internet, and they took the offer. So she started badgering me with emails saying, hey, are you going to sign these papers, and what are you going to do? And I go, did you find us a house? Because your mom keeps badgering me and telling me to sign these papers, and I don't even know what she's talking about. I said, can you please get this done? So he says, yeah. He goes, yeah, I got us a place. All you need to do is fly home in a couple weeks and go do a walkthrough and sign the final paperwork. And I got you, we got a place. And I said, okay, great. So I go home in 2 weeks, and that was, early April. And I bring a girlfriend with me, and I'm going to meet this gal. And I start driving up this hill, and I thought, God dang. I said, I think I built a couple houses on this hill. And I said, one in particular, but I can't remember where it was at, And I drive down this driveway, and I thought, no way. And I walked, and I'm thinking, then my head got in the way and was almost filled with doubt, like, nah, this is just a different driveway, kind of similar. They're, all these places have steep driveways. So I walked through the front door, and in a instant, I remembered that moment. And I thought, there is no way you're in that house. And so I told the lady, because they were like, hi, come on this way. And I go, hold on a minute. And I said, can I just look down the hallway for just a second? Because there was a roof, there was a ceiling that we had to redo 3 times because every ceiling in this whole house was different. It was very difficult at the time. And we had to rip this one particular ceiling out 3 times. I thought, if that's that ceiling, I know I'm in the right house. So I stepped down the stairs and I looked down the hallway and I go, oh my God. And I look up at this lady and I go, I built this house. And that was all I said. I wanted to roll on the floor and cry. I couldn't believe it. So we did the walkthrough, and we leave the house, and I go out to Lanny. I'm texting him. I go, you've got to call me. I'm crying right now. You've got to hear the story. You're never going to believe this. So he calls me, and I go, Lanny, listen to the story. And I told him the story, and I go, I forgot all about it. I never had a moment like that ever in any house that I built. And I said, I can't believe I made it. I said, I just can't believe I made it. And I said, I thought I was building that house for the dentist. I said, I had no idea I was building it for you and I. I said, no idea. And I said, that day, God gave me a glimpse of where I was headed. My heart knew it, and my head couldn't even wrap around it. I said, it was so far away. It wasn't even in the same country as my thoughts were at the time. It was so far. But, my heart asked me one right question: what if you could? And you can make it anywhere. Sometimes your heart shows you where you're headed. And your head will second guess it, man. But when your heart does that, you got to follow it. You got to go after it. No matter what.
Is that a powerful story?